Don't know me, I'm Judge Cassidy. I'm the assignment judge here in Union County, and it's my pleasure to have my courtroom open today for such a wonderful event, which is our reorganization meeting for our Board of Freeholders. I particularly wanted to just express my thanks to the Freeholder Board this year, because one of the things that has been on my list of things to do is to modernize some of our facilities, and most importantly, we have received word from the freeholders this year that we could initiate our new courthouse project, which has begun over on the corner of Cherry and Raway Avenue. So hopefully all of you who are in this area will be seeing that family courthouse come to fruition within the next year and a half to 2 years, and it's because of your hard work and the freeholders recognizing the needs of the public of Union County here and how important it is to service them, particularly the litigants of our family court, that we were finally able to accomplish that. So my thanks go to all of you for getting that off the ground in 2013. I also want to apologize. In addition to being a judge, I'm a mother and have to drive my son back to college in North Carolina today. So I'm loving the weather, but he has to be there for class on Tuesday. So I'm going to be here for a little bit, but I hope you will all excuse me with my thanks and appreciation to all of you. And again, I'm sorry that I'll be able to miss much of the proceedings, but I did want to at least come here, welcome everyone, and begin our ceremony today of reorganization. So congratulations to all of you here. I want to welcome all of our dignitaries who are here on the state and federal level. I'm not going to name all of them, and I know they're going to be welcomed by our Democratic Chair, Assemblyman Green. And I'm now going to, at this point in time, turn it over to Jerry Green, who will begin our reorganization meeting. Congratulations on your election as chair this year.
Thank you very much, Judge Cassidy. First of all, I want to thank you for giving us this opportunity to share your chambers today. As I look around the room, 30 years ago today, I was sworn in as a freeholder. 30 years go by real fast. I also would like to take an opportunity to have a few remarks on behalf of not only the Democratic Republican Party, but the community as a whole in Union County. I am so proud to be able to represent you as not only the Democratic chairman, but also Speaker Pro Tem in the New Jersey State Assembly, as well as chairman of the House of Local Government. I developed a relationship on both sides of the aisle, and I would like to say today, I am so proud of Union County. We have come so far as a family, and we're going to go further. So I like to make sure that our elected officials, who I like to feel have run a great campaign, I want to congratulate you, but I want to make sure that everyone in this room realize that today is not about politics. This is a day about the County of Union and what we all stand for. And as long as we continuously operate as a family, our children are going to enjoy some of the decisions that we're going to be making in the next few years on behalf of Union County. So again, I want to thank everyone for coming. At this time now, we'd like to turn the meeting over to James Paratelli, who at this time introduce some of the guests that are here today from the federal level all the way down to the state level. Jim?
Thank you, Chairman Green. At this time, I would like to call upon Father John McCrone of St. Paul Roman Catholic Church in Ramsey, New Jersey, and chaplain of the Union County Sheriff's Office to deliver today's invocation.
We put ourselves in the presence of our God as we pray to that God from whom all power comes, by whose divine will we must all live. And we thank God for our civil liberties and for our freedom, and for our opportunities and for our privileges. We ask that you bless and assist and enlighten all of our elected officials, especially those who assume their offices this day. May they prove worthy of the confidence placed in them by their fellow citizens, and bless all who serve and work with them. May they be just and upright in their thinking, honest in all of their actions, and ever be guided by a true sense of conscience and service. We ask your protection also on all of those who protect us, whether they are in our streets and neighborhoods or in foreign lands. We pray that you bring them home safely to those who love them. And finally, we pray for ourselves, and we ask your forgiveness, Lord, for the mistakes that we have made, for times of being selfish. And help us prepare by good deeds for that eternal happiness that you have promised all who are good and faith-filled. And for these and all of the prayers of our hearts, let us say, Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Father McCrone. At this time, I would like to call upon Union County Sheriff Ralph Froelich to have the Union County Sheriff's Honor Guard present the colors.
Sergeant of the Guard, present the colors.
At this time, I'd like to call upon County Manager Alfred Fiala to lead us in the Pledge of the Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, County Manager Fiala. And at this time, I would like to call upon Marie Oki to lead us all in the national anthem.
Please join me. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Once again, we thank Marie Oki. Certainly is a tradition every year for her to sing the national anthem. And at this time, I would like to call upon the Sheriff Ralph Froelich to have the Union County Sheriff's Honor Guard post the colors.
Sergeant of the Guard, post the colors.
Everyone may be seated. Sheriff Froelich, thank you very much. On behalf of Chairman Green, I've been asked to acknowledge some of the dignitaries that are present today. If you would be so kind, please stand and be recognized as we thank you for joining us for today's installation ceremonies. Among many, we have Mayor Jamel Holly from Roselle. We have Mayor Cliff Peoples of Union. We have with us Assemblyman Bramnick. We have Mayor Christian Bowidge. We have Mayor Steve Fulop. Senator Nick Scutari. Senator Ray Lesniak. Prosecutor Grace Park. Assemblyman Joe Cryan. Union County Clerk Joanne Rajabi. Assemblywoman Annette Chiano. Councilman Don DiAugustine. Congressman Leonard Lance. Mayor Colleen Marr. Union County Surrogate James LaCourte. Councilman Frank Cuesta. Councilman Kevin Boris. Councilman Gino Elmarasi. Council President Carl Hokinson. Councilman Randy Sandifer. Councilman Derek Armstead. Mayor Adrian Mapp. Congressman Donald Payne Jr. Mayor Angela Garrettson. And certainly last but not least, Assemblywoman Linda Stender. I apologize. I didn't hear that. I'm told Councilman Vieira Greaves, and who's the other one? I'm sorry, and Councilman Carl Stowers. Thank you. At this time, I would like to call upon Chairman of the Union County Democratic Committee to introduce today's honored guests.
Thank you very much. Before I mention the ones who are here, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Charlotte DiFilippo, who gave us 19 years of leadership, and it's my pleasure to let you know that we could have never had a person who have guided us through some rough times. So I don't know whether she's in the audience or not, but after 19 years, I'd like for everybody to stand to acknowledge the great job she's done for us. At this time now, I would like to ask Congressman Leonard Lance, who I served in the Assembly with, and who I consider a fine gentleman, but in Washington, I like to feel that he has taken that personality and he has done a great job in representing the state of New Jersey. At this time, Leonard Lance.
Thank you, Assemblyman, and good afternoon to you all, and it is my honor to be with you in the great county of Union, and I have the honor of representing more constituents in Union County than anybody else in the House of Representatives. Berkeley Heights, Clark, Cranford, Garwood, Kenilworth, Mountainside, New Providence, a portion of Scotch Plains, Springfield, Summit, most of Union Township, Westfield, and Winfield. And I try to work on a bipartisan capacity with my colleagues, Congressman Series and Congressman Payne. And let me say that at the moment, I am a co-sponsor of excellent legislation being introduced by my friend Congressman Payne regarding making sure that we are prepared for further natural disasters in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, may 2014 be a year of greater prosperity across the nation. There are hundreds of thousands of people indeed millions of people who want to work and are not yet working, and may we work together at the federal, the state, the county, and the municipal levels to make sure that more Americans are able to work. And secondly, may our troops, particularly those in harm's way in Afghanistan, return to the United States safely. To the members of this distinguished Freeholder Board, congratulations on all the fine work you perform. I look forward to continuing to work with all of you as we move forward in 2014. And finally, may this be a year of peace and prosperity in Union County, in New Jersey, and across the United States. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Congressman. I've been talking to the majority of my freeholders in the last couple of months, and one of the things they told me today, move it fast. So I hope I'm moving it fast enough for you. At this time now, I'd like to ask Congressman Donald Payne to come up and have a few remarks. As you all know, his father did a great job for the state of New Jersey, and I'm so impressed with this young man, the way he carries himself, the way he can conduct himself, that he's the jewel of the future here in the state of New Jersey. And also, he's going to bring bow ties back into style. At this time now, Congressman Payne.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's a real honor and a privilege to stand here before you in my capacity as a congressman from the 10th Congressional District of the state of New Jersey, which unfortunately in the last census, Elizabeth came out of the district. It was a city that was very special and important to my father, and I had the same feeling, so it is really just wonderful, Your Honor, to be in your chambers. They're very beautiful. It's my first opportunity to be here. Let me just say that we have difficult times in this country. But after all of the elections and campaigns are over, we have to come together as a nation. And let me just say about the gentleman that spoke before me, my colleague, Leonard Lance, if the Congress could work together as Congressman Lance and I do, in a bipartisan manner, a lot of the issues and the problems that we have, that we're facing today would go away. Because let me tell you, the gentleman that sits behind me, whenever I've come to him, and we are across the aisle from each other, but whenever I've come to him, he has been there to support me, and I'm there to support him, and that's the way it should be. If it's a good idea, if it's going to better people, then we should be for it. So for that, I thank my colleague, Leonard Lance. And to the freeholders, I've sat where you sat. I was an Essex County freeholder. It was my first elected office. And sometimes you're the forgotten part of government because you're sandwiched in between municipalities and the state. But you have a very important job to do, bringing multiple municipalities together and finding out what's best for them. We have done great work in Essex County, and I see you do great work here in Union County. So continue to stay the course, do the job you need to do. Sometimes it's thankless, but at the end of the day, if you can look at a great result, then it's a job well done. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much, and Godspeed.
Thank you very much, Congressman. At this time now, I would like to bring up the face of Union County, an individual that every day I wake up and think about because I don't know what's going to happen with him. But the reality is that he keeps me on my P's and Q's, and right now I like to feel I'm batting 1,000 because if I can make a mistake, I'm going to get a phone call from him. But deep down, I respect him, I love him as a brother, and I like to feel he's done a hell of a job here in Union County in terms of moving this county as well as this state in the right direction. our Senator from Elizabeth, the 20th District, Senator Raising Lesniak.
Thank you, brother. I like to consider myself the Christopher Walken of Union County politics. For those of you who aren't familiar with Christopher Walken, he's this actor, comedian, and he hosted Saturday Night Live many times. And someone who many of us know, Dan McCarthy's sister, was the director of Saturday Night Live. And whenever he hosted, they never knew what was going to happen next. They're on pins and needles. So get ready. Get ready. But I do want to take a moment, because although today is a day of great celebration and victory, I do want to take a moment for us to remember our losses. We've all had losses in our lives. I lost my sister Marge, George Devaney's mom, right here in Union County, of course, Michael Murray, and my mentor in politics, John T. Gregorio. May they rest in peace, and may we all be grateful for everything that they've meant to our lives. Jerry, Charlotte DiFilippo was chair for 19 years. She swept elections in 16 of those 19 years. I expect 19 of 19 for you. So, and our Sheriff Ralph Froelich, I did want to mention. Where's Ralph? Sheriff Froelich. Sheriff Froelich, but I mentioned at Thanksgiving, Hanukkah this year, the first full day of Hanukkah was on Thanksgiving this year, last year. Right? And the next time that's going to happen is 70,000 years from now. Chances are, Ralph Froelich will still be sheriff of Union County. And we want him. We want him. And I do a little of personal tribute to Sheriff Froelich, because we kind of started together, we were renegades together, and something that tells you the mettle of the man that most of you folks don't know, don't remember, weren't around at that time. But in my third term for the Assembly, I run afoul of the mayor of Elizabeth, Tom Dunn, who knocked me off the Democratic Party line. Sheriff Froelich was running on the party line, on the line against me. The very next day, he announced that he was going to be my campaign manager. Huh? That's Sheriff Froelich. That's the type of guy he is. And by the way, we were both too stupid to realize I had no chance of winning. And that's 2-1. 2-1. And by the way, I got back. Chris Bulwark became the next mayor of the city of Elizabeth. So I want to congratulate the Freeholders, Sheriff Froelich, for another victory. There's a reason why you win. You win because you're putting your heart and your soul and your effort into providing the best government that Union County can provide for its citizens. I congratulate you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Now I'd like to ask the rising young star in the New Jersey State Senate, my senator for the 22nd District, Nick Scuteri. Would you like to come up and have 3 remarks? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I know Judge Cassidy made a mention that she'd be leaving early, and I see that she's still here because I was looking forward to getting out of order. But unfortunately, she's still here, so I'm going to have to behave myself. Today is actually a really special day for me and for the citizens of Linden, because today, to the day, 15 years ago, marks the last time that a Linden resident was the chairman of the Freeholder Board, and that was me. So I want to congratulate Freeholder Hudak in advance of his being sworn in. It's a really good day for the citizens of the city of Linden, and an even better day for the citizens of Union County, because Christopher brings some great energy and to the job, and I'm really looking forward to his service there. I heard about the bipartisan manner in Washington, and I was sitting there next to Bramman, and I said, that could be me and you, John. But I digress. I
I do want to talk a little bit about Charlotte DiFilippo, who ran this organization for 19 years, and most of us really wouldn't be here without her. She did a wonderful job, and not only did she do a wonderful job politically, but this Freeholder Board has done a wonderful job over the past 2 decades that the Democratic Party has run it. I had the pleasure, along with my running mate Linda Stender, of serving on that board with some of these fine ladies and gentlemen. They do a wonderful job. They lead the state in technology and efficiency and forward thinking and money savings, and they do a wonderful job for the citizens of Union County, and I want to thank them for their service. I want to thank Freeholder Mirabella and Freeholder Estrada for the years that I served with them, and they continue to do a wonderful job. I want to thank Chairman Green for the year that he took over. He had big shoes to fill. He's done a wonderful job. He eats, sleeps, and breathes Union County politics now. I could tell you that. I know that I don't call him back unless I know I have at least a half hour in the car to get caught up with what he's been doing on that day. But with his leadership, along with Senator Lesniak, who's been a steadfast figure in this county for all these years, our future continues to be bright. I did want to say I know that Mayor Fulop is the next speaker, and he better hurry up because I know Sweeney's on his way here, so I called him a few minutes ago, but that's why I want to finish up quickly. But I do want to congratulate our new freeholder, newly elected freeholders, Linda Carter, Sergio Granados, Betty Jane Kowalski. Congratulations, you ran a great race. It was nice to see you on the campaign trail. I'm looking forward to continued great things from you. And to Ralph Froelich, I know that we sent out another invitation, got your name on it this time, so congratulations on another great term. And to all the members of the Union County Party and people here, congratulations, and you got a great team. Look forward to great things. Thank you.
I'm going to be moving rather fast, so I'm hoping that if I can squeeze in 2 other speakers, everybody will give each other that respect. First of all, I would like to ask Frank Pallone, former congressman that represented my district, who does a heck of a job down in Washington. For the people here to state of New Jersey, Frank, would you like to come up and say a few remarks? Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. I didn't expect to be speaking, but I just wanted to congratulate the newly elected freeholders for another term in the case of Betty Jane and Linda and Sergio as well. I always love coming to Union County for the reorganization, first of all because everybody's here, which is such a great thing, but also because I know that the freeholders do such a great job in running this county. And also there's so many opportunities, I think, in the future. You know, we in Congress, I worry a lot in Congress because we always, as I say to your chairman, to Jerry Green, we're always fighting and we always manage, I think, to lose a lot of opportunities because of the fact that we don't work together. And one of the things that I admire about your county is that you always do work together and you respect people regardless of party affiliation, because you know the main thing is to get things done and grow the economy and create jobs and have a better future, which is what you all believe in. So I just hope that, I see some of my colleagues here from the Congress, I hope that in the new term of Congress that we can accomplish the same thing, because there are so many needs. The recession is over for the most part, but we still have very slow growth. And as you know, right now we're facing a lot of people who lost their unemployment benefits. We need to basically bring that back again. We have major concerns with the needy. For example, there are efforts now to cut back on the SNAP program, you know, what we call it food stamps. So there's a lot that needs to be done. We can't forget those who are in need. We have to make sure that we create jobs. And most of all, we have to work together. And that's where I think all of you serve as such a fine example of what can be done when people work together. So thank you again, Chairman, for inviting me up here. Glad to be with you today.
I have 2 more speakers before I move on with the program. I have to go back to Trenton tomorrow, and if I didn't introduce these 2 individuals, I would be in trouble. I'd like to ask John Brandick to come up. Not only he's assemblyman from the 23rd District, but also he's the majority leader in the Assembly. And you wouldn't believe minority. John, I don't mean no harm, not in this lifetime. But I would like to have him come up first, and Joe Crine, who's done a heck of a job in Trenton on behalf of Union County, just to say a few remarks on the assembly on both sides of the aisle. Again, these are two young rising stars. I'm embarrassed to say I am the oldest serving member in the New Jersey State Assembly now. So I like to feel they have given me that respect and that courtesy. And let me tell you something. In the Assembly in New Jersey, we do work together for what's good for the people here in the state of New Jersey. So if they would like to come up in that order and just have a few remarks, because of the fact that, again, not only are they my friends, but these are truly two great guys, and I'd like for them to say some remarks on both, on behalf of both caucuses in New Jersey State Assembly. Thank you.
Happy New Year, everyone. It is a privilege to be here in Union County. I grew up in Plainfield, and I served on the city council. Today I serve as the lone Republican in the back row, representing the state Republican Party. But this is very simple. Policy is not personal. Policy is about the people's business. Simple fact is that what we do in Trenton or what we do in Washington is not personal and should never be personal. And we need to renew that concept every day. It is about doing the work of the people. It is my privilege to be here representing the 21st District and the state of New Jersey. Thank you for the opportunity. Happy New Year.
Hi, everybody. If I don't know you, my name's Joe Crine. I work with Linda Stender and Annette Chiano. I need to make that clear right from the get-go. As they noted, we haven't had a woman speaker yet, but I know Joanne Rajapi's coming up next to fix the imbalance, or soon. With the help of John Bramnick and leadership, I'm excited about the opportunities in Trenton for 2014. Now, while we'll continue to have continued fiscal pressures and things that happen in government these days, the governor tomorrow will sign a tuition equality bill, which will help an incredible amount of young people have an opportunity for college that wouldn't have had it beforehand. We will continue to work together, and everybody knows John's one of the more easygoing guys around. They don't know how brilliant he is sometimes because he doesn't show it enough, John. But what happens is that when there's real life issues, we do come together, and we will continue to work together to find opportunities for employment for people, opportunities for improvement in New Jersey's economy, and opportunities that together, along with this Freeholder Board, with our leaders in Washington, that we have opportunities for success for all our citizens. It's an honor to be here. Congratulations to everybody, and Happy New Year.
You know, we live in a woman's world today, and I got to go back home to Linda Stender. So I'd like for her and Annette to come up and say a few words on behalf of the females in the New Jersey State Assembly, to have a few words. Thank you.
Happy New Year, everybody. All I really want to say right now is that there's no I in team. I'm proud to be part of a very strong Democratic team here in Union County. I congratulate the newly elected and re-elected members of the Freeholder Board, and that I can assure you that working with this team, that we will continue to be your voice in Trenton to try to make this not only the best place in which to live and raise a family, but a place that you are proud to call your home, and that you are proud to call us your elected officials. Happy New Year. Have a great day. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Happy New Year's. Feliz Año Nuevo. It is a pleasure to be here today with everyone, to be able to join with you to congratulate our freeholders who will be sworn in later today, and also to thank the dedication of those freeholders who work day in and day out. Many of you might not remember, but in the blink of an eye, 10.5 years ago, I sat where Jim is sitting right now. And so I know the work of the freeholders, and they do a tremendous job, and I want to thank you for it. And I want to assure you that in Trenton, we have a dynamic team that it represents your interests and is there, the good days and the bad days, to say present, and that our constituents need, and our constituents are interested in, and our constituents want. And so I want to assure you that every day that our team is in Trenton, we are there representing your interests. So thank you so much.
In closing, I have a surprise for you. I had an opportunity, and he's the last speaker, to meet with him, and this guy blew my mind for a whole 2 hours, just talking about New Jersey, Union County, and I said, this is unbelievable. It was almost like if to say he went to school just to study Union County politics. And I left with a lot of respect, and I left with the fact that this is the future of New Jersey. So at this time now, I would like to ask Steve Fuller, the mayor of Jersey City, to come up and say a few words on behalf of Essex County. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Chairman Green for giving me the opportunity. What's really special about Chairman Green, and I have the opportunity to see a lot of these different type of venues, is that he really takes an interest in younger people and nurturing them and making sure that they have an opportunity to move forward, which is, I tell you, not a characteristic that's very, very common in politics today. So I just wanted to say thank you for that as an elder statesman in the state of New Jersey. And of course, the Reverend clergy that spoke earlier today, and all the terrific elected officials. We wish them a Happy New Year. We share a very special elected official in Congressman Donald Payne over here, and who is a tireless advocate for Jersey City, and a tireless advocate for Union County as well, and I wanted to recognize him. It really is a privilege to have an opportunity to speak here tonight. I asked one of the freeholders earlier, what should I speak about, and he said, speak for less than about 1 minute. And so with that said, I do want to say that Union County is a wonderful community. It is very, very similar in many ways to Hudson County. The diversity, the community, the densely populated areas here, you vote Democratic predominantly, and while we don't have the political diversity that you all have in Union County, I will point out, to paraphrase Governor Byrne as it relates to Hudson County, that he says that when he dies, he wants to be buried in Hudson County so he could stay involved in politics. And what I do want to say about Union County in particular is that if you think about the diversity and the transportation and the growing community and all the terrific things that are happening in Union County, I will say, I will go out on a political limb, and it's arguably the second best county to live in the state of New Jersey. And that said, I do think there are tremendous great things about this community, and I'm happy to be a supporter of this community. In my limited time in office over the last 6.5 months, I've had the privilege of having many conversations with different freeholders here in Union County, talking about issues where there's shared similarity, whether it's gun issues, whether it's budgetary issues, and that really is something special that we hope to grow over the next couple of years, because I know that Union County's best days are ahead of her, the same way I believe that Hudson County's best days are ahead of her. So we congratulate the freeholders today. We wish everybody here a Happy New Year, and we look forward to working together and growing a stronger partnership over the next few years. Congratulations.
I want to thank all of you for coming out this afternoon, and also it's obvious that you were listening very, very carefully, because I made one small mistake and you corrected me real quick. So that meant you were listening to everything everyone said, and that's what makes Union County so special, because if you want to represent Union County, you better come with your A game. So again, I want to thank all of you. You have done a great job in listening to us. At this time now, I'd like to turn the program back over to the clerk. Again, I want to thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Green. At this time, I would like to call upon the Honorable Joanne Rajabi, Union County Clerk, for the certifications of election.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Good afternoon, everyone, and Happy New Year. Before I read the sheriff's certification, I just want to take a point of privilege. We were talking about years of service, and 36 years ago, I was sitting there, and Ralph was up here getting his first term as sheriff. So we were together then, and I'm glad we're still together, Ralph. Congratulations to you. All right. I, Joanne Rajapi, County Clerk of Union County, State of New Jersey, do hereby certify that the following named person, to wit, Ralph Froelich, received the highest number of votes and was duly elected for a term of 3 years to the office of sheriff in and for the County of Union, New Jersey, at the general election held on November 5th, 2013. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and affixed the seal of the said office this 5th day of January 2014. In addition, I would like to read the certification for the freeholders. And I made mention to Sergio, our newest freeholder, earlier that he has beat Senator Scutari, he has beat me, and he has beat Michael LaPola as being the youngest freeholder in Union County. I, Joanne Rajapi, County Clerk of Union County, State of New Jersey, do hereby certify that the following named persons, to wit, Linda Carter, Betty Jane Kowalski, Sergio Granados, received the highest number of votes and were duly elected for a term of 3 years to the office of member of the Board of Chosen Freeholders in and for the County of Union, New Jersey, at the general election held on November 5th, 2013. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and affixed the seal of the said office this 5th day of January 2014. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. If you would please approach the podium as we swear in Sheriff Ralph Froelich. Holding the Bible for Sheriff Froelich is his wife, Marlene Froelich. At this time, it is my pleasure to call upon Sheriff Ralph Froelich to address the public.
Wow. Joanne, just for your information, you commented before about the youth, how young some of our elected officials have been. Well, let me tell you something. I'm well on my way to catching up to Frank Lautenberg. Jerry spoke about brevity, and I understand that. But there are times when you just have to speak, where you have to let people know what your feelings are, where you have to try and stir the pot, if that's the appropriate word. First thing, by the way, I would like to thank Judge Marshall for being here, and all the elected officials and all the guests. But this is a special day for me. Think about it. This is the beginning of my 13th term as Sheriff of Union County. An interesting accomplishment for a person who at one time had no interest in politics. In fact, I didn't even like politicians. I was a cop. I'm often asked, how come elections, Ralph? Why the success in elections? And the answer is very simple. A lot of good people guided me. God gave me, He was good to me. He gave me one of the most beautiful, wonderful gifts a man could receive. The greatest grandparents and parents you could ask. That inner family gave me the strong foundation and prepared me for any challenge. A foundation that so many of our youth don't have today. On that foundation, great teachers, coaches, Marine drill instructors, an extended family would form a very basic man. One that joined the Elizabeth Police Department after his tour of duty with the Marines. And this began a career that brought me constant pleasure and satisfaction. And here's what I found out about service. A career that gave constant opportunities to give service to the community and happiness to me. Service to the community and happiness to me. I never felt like I had a job. Being a cop was what I was. That's it. That's me. Service was a word to live by. Strong, ethical men on that police department helped me to continue to learn. Circumstances and encouraged by friends, I entered a new career. Again, taught by strong elected officials, I ran for sheriff. Still the work of law enforcement that I enjoyed so much. Service, still the priority. My undersheriffs, my staff became the guides that my parents and teachers were. Their loyalty and knowledge have brought me through some very difficult times to my 13th election. I now have 3 more years to do what I enjoy. 3 more years to continue the high level of performance that the men and women, civilians and sworn, staff have given to me. That will bring me a total of 56 years in law enforcement at the end of this term. 56 years of satisfaction and happiness. God, people have been good to me. And I ask your indulgence right now, because at this time, there's a group that's brought me more happiness than my work, and that's my family. I'd appreciate it if all my family in that third row, my wife, my daughters, my grandchildren, would please stand up. Or stand up. That's it, one foot in front of the other. Only my wife and children and grandchildren have brought me more happiness than my work. Having the right partner, seeing your children and then grandchildren is a joy and a pleasure that's difficult to understand or to explain. I didn't have to pursue happiness. It came to me. And here's where I can get a little bit angry and perhaps emotional. I just said, pursue happiness. And perhaps this phrase, and I emphasize this to my elected officials, especially our higher-ranking elected officials who sit in Trenton, Washington. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's an interesting phrase. That life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness that I've had are a gift that many people are denied. December the 14th, 2013, Adam Lanza went to Sandy Hook Elementary School. He proceeded to kill 20 first-grade students and 6 adults. In 11 minutes, he killed 20 little people whose average age was 7. If our life expectancy is 77, he took away 1,400 years. 1,400 years of birthdays, Christmases, weddings, and every happiness they could have experienced. The future of 20 potential doctors, teachers, engineers, husbands, and wives is gone. The parents of these little children are deprived of seeing the smiles and every beautiful and comical thing children do every day. What happened to their life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness? 13-year-old Zane Haley was shot and killed on what is sometimes considered the happiest day of a child's life, Christmas Eve. This terrible violence in general, gun violence in particular, will be my priority for my new term. We cannot tolerate anger, selfishness, and ignorance to deprive our citizens of their pursuit of happiness. I want to make every effort to guarantee the life and happiness I have had to the people of Union County. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sheriff Froelich. At this time, I would like to call upon the Honorable Abubakar Jallo, Plainfield Municipal Clerk, to the podium to swear in Freeholder Linda Carter. Holding the Bible for Freeholder Carter is her mother, Adele Carter, and her brother, Herman Carter, Jr.
I state your name.
I, Linda Carter,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all of the duties
all of the duties
of the office
of the office
of Union County Freeholder
of Union County Freeholder
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United
of the
States
United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United
and
States
to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Freeholder. At this time, I would like to call upon the Honorable Joanne Rajabi once again to the podium to swear in Freeholder Betty Jane Kowalski. Holding the Bible for Freeholder Kowalski is her husband Andy Lancet, joined by her brother John Kowalski. Congratulations, Freeholder. At this time, I'd like to call upon the Honorable J. Christian Bowage, Mayor of the City of Elizabeth, to the podium to swear in Freeholder Sergio Granados. joining Freeholder Granados is his grandparents, Fernando de Brito and Maria de Brito. At this time, it is my pleasure to call upon Freeholder Sergio Granados to the podium to address the public.
Good afternoon and welcome elected officials, residents, families, and friends. I take this oath of elected office with great pride and a strong sense of mission. This is also a time of personal reflection for me as I come from a family that has always taught me to never give up and always do right by your community. My mother raised me part of my childhood as a single parent who sacrificed and worked hard to ensure I had all the opportunities possible to further myself in the future. My grandparents, who were like parents to me, taught me to always work hard and to do anything I set my mind to. When I was younger, I would remember my grandfather would call me to help around the house. At times, I would rather be with my cousins, brothers, and sisters watching TV, but it helped build character and helped me have a sense of need and family. At 16, I remember working close to 35 hours a week at a local clothing store while attending high school and maintaining good grades. I remember Carlos Santos, a man who passed away but was like a family friend to me. He had me join an organization called Elizabeth Leo's, which in that fact helped me create my own youth organization to give back to the community. All these things have made me the man I am today, so I thank my family and friends for that. Union County residents, you are part of my family, and I will work tirelessly to serve you. Yes, I am young. That gives me more drive to prove myself to our residents. I promise you that I will work to watch the bottom line while ensuring we have the services our residents need during these tough economic times. I will work on shared services among our local municipalities and bring business into Union County to provide jobs to our residents, Union County residents. I will make sure I work on education through our Union County VOTEC schools and a Union County college. This can only work with the help of my colleagues on the Freeholder Board that have a proven track record of bringing results to our county and to our residents. While we have tough decisions ahead, we know, and I know, the work the Freeholder Board does is in the best interest of our local municipalities. I look forward to working alongside each of you and making sure the voices of our residents are heard. I believe in open government, and I'll always be available to our residents when they need somebody to talk to. In closing, I leave you with this quote from President John F. Kennedy. Let us not seek the Republican answer, nor the Democratic answer, but the right answer. Let us not seek to fix the blame for the past. Let us accept our own responsibility for the future. Thank you. Have a great new year.
Once again, congratulations to each of the elected officials sworn in today. At this time, it is my pleasure to call the roll of the 2014 Board of Chosen Freeholders. Freeholder Bergen.
Here.
Freeholder Carter.
Here.
Freeholder Estrada. Freeholder Granados.
Present.
Freeholder Kowalski. Freeholder Mirabella. Freeholder Wright. Freeholder Jallo.
Present.
And Freeholder Hudak.
Present.
Let the record show that there are 9 freeholders present. At this time, I will read the Statement of Compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. The board wishes to announce that pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey statutes annotated, Title 10, Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this reorganizational meeting of the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Union has been given by mailing to the newspapers circulating within the County of Union who are designated to receive such notice, and by posting the reorganizational meeting notice in the Administration Building, and further by filing the reorganizational meeting notice with the Office of the County Clerk. Freeholders, may I have a nomination for Chairman Pro Tem to conduct the election of a chairman for 2014?
Yes, it is my pleasure to nominate Linda Carter for the previous chair to be the chairman pro tem for this year, 2014.
May I have a second?
Mr. Clerk, I'm very happy to second that nomination.
There was a nomination made by Freeholder Angel G. Estrada and seconded by Bruce Bergen. I will now call the roll. Freeholder Bergen.
Yes.
Freeholder Carter.
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada.
Yes.
Freeholder Granados.
Yes.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Freeholder Jallo.
Aye.
And Freeholder Hudak.
Aye.
You have 9 votes in the affirmative. Chairman Pro Tem, Freeholder Linda Carter.
Thank you, Clerk. May I have nominations for Chairman of the Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders for the year 2014?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Freeholder Mirabella?
It's my honor to nominate a man of great leadership skill, one who is a tireless worker on behalf of the residents of Union County, puts the Union County residents first, follows a great tradition set by the last chairman, as was mentioned before, from the city of Linden. It's my great honor to nominate Chris Hudak as chairman of this Freeholder Board in 2014.
May I have a second?
It is my pleasure to second that nomination.
Thank you. We have a motion made by Freeholder Mirabella and seconded by Freeholder Wright. Clerk, may I have a roll call, please?
Freeholder Bergen.
Aye.
Freeholder Carter.
Aye.
Freeholder Estrada.
Yes.
Freeholder Granados.
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Freeholder Jallo.
Aye.
Freeholder Hudak.
Aye.
Chairman Pro Tem, you have 9 votes in the affirmative.
I'd like to
Congratulations.
say congratulations, Chairman Hudak. At this time, I would like to call upon Senator Nick Scutari to administer the oath of office to Chairman Christopher Hudak. Holding the Bible for Chairman Hudak is his wife, Terry, and their daughter, Catherine Riley, joined by his parents, John and Susan Hudak.
Left hand down. Raise your right hand. I, Christopher Hudak,
I, Christopher Hudak,
solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Chairman of the Board of Chosen
of
Freeholders
the office of Chairman of the Board of Chosen Freeholders
of the County of Union,
of the County of Union,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
and of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
to the governments established
to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of people,
of the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Chairman. Better sign this so you stay chairman.
Thank you. Thank you, Board. The next order of business will be the election of the Vice Chairman of the Board of Chosen Freeholders for 2014. May I please have a nomination?
It is my pleasure to nominate Freeholder Mohammed S. Jal to serve as 2014 Vice Chairman.
Thank you, Freeholder Kowalski. May I have a second?
It is my great honor to second that nomination.
Thank you, Freeholder Granados. Clerk, may I have the roll call?
Freeholder Bergen.
Aye.
Freeholder Carter.
Aye.
Freeholder Estrada.
Yes.
Freeholder Granados.
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Freeholder Jallo.
Aye.
Chairman Hudak.
Aye.
Chairman, you have 9 votes in the affirmative.
Congratulations, Freeholder.
Call upon the Honorable Carl L. Marshall, JMC, the Elizabeth and Roselle Municipal Court Judge, who will administer the oath of office to Vice Chairman Mohammed S. Jallo. Holding the Bible for Vice Chairman Mohammed S. Jallo is his wife Maria, joined by his parents Abdullah Ben Jallo, her niece Martina Jallo, his sister Hawa Washington, his brother Abubakar Jallo, and Anita Eldridge.
I, Mohammed S. Jallo,
I, Mohammed S. Jallo,
solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Vice Chairman of the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Union according to the best of my ability. So help me God. I do further solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people. So help me God. Congratulations, Vice Chairman.
It is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you Chairman Christopher Hudak, who will now declare his annual message.
Members of the clergy, I want to thank Judge Cassidy, who had to leave, Judge Marshall, members of the Freeholder Board, elected officials, friends, family, citizens of Union County. Thank you for joining us here today as we celebrate the arrival of 2014. I would like to begin by thanking my family for their love and support, my wife Terry, who's my biggest supporter, my sounding board and my best friend, my daughter Katie. When I come home at night and close the front door, I hear Daddy. It makes even the toughest day a little bit better. I want to thank my father, John, and my mother, Susan, who instilled in me the honor of life in the public service. I'm a proud resident of the city of Linden, and this day would not be possible without so many friends and mentors, including the late Senator Joe Saliga, our current Senator Nick Scutari, Senator Ray Lesniak, and our city clerk, Joe Bodak. I want to thank our Democratic chairman, Assemblyman Jerry Green, for his leadership and confidence in me. And I want to thank my colleagues on the board for their support for me as chairman. It is an honor. I want to congratulate Linda Carter, Betty Jane Kowalski, and Sergio Granados, as well as America's Sheriff Ralph Froelich. Congratulations on your installations today. And I want to give a special acknowledgement to Linda Carter, who was our outgoing chairman. She deserves a round of applause for leading. Tireless worker, and you led the board through a very tough year. So thank you very much for your service. Working through Chairman Carter and County Manager Fiella, we made progress on a number of issues last year, including Runnels Hospital and the county jail. And we're going to continue to examine further efficiencies this coming year. As per Runnels Hospital, the Union County Improvement Authority continues to scrutinize responses to the RFP regarding its operation. Within the next year, we will strive to take action that will secure the future of a facility that cares for some of Union County's most vulnerable residents. And this is a crucial decision as the facility continues to face financial hardship and reductions in Medicare and Medicaid reimbursement. A highlight of 2013 was the implementation of the UC STEP program under Chairman Carter's leadership. The board launched UC STEP, a unique program that promoted positive youth development through topics such as leadership, personal growth, and civic engagement. Participants were charged with the development of a community service campaign that will be taken in high schools throughout Union County in 2014. With 4,600 votes cast from students across the county, I'm pleased to announce a group called Support for Our Soldiers was the winner. Let me tell you about their project. The Support for Our Soldiers will be setting up collection points at high schools throughout the county and other locations to collect supplies to send to active military personnel. It's a wonderful idea, and I'm pleased that we're going to make it part of our county initiatives in 2014. And I want to acknowledge those students from that group. If you could please stand up and say hello. This was a wonderful program with students from all walks of life, from all parts of Union County, and we're very happy to continue that the next year. And I've asked Freeholder Carter to continue leading those efforts as we try to further expand UC STEP. We will also continue other previous successful initiatives that we've done in recent years, including the sensory-friendly theater offered at the Union County PAC for families with autistic children, and the Union County Means Business program. Thank you very much. As we gather here today in the midst of a national recovery, there is still much left to be accomplished. As the theme of our initiatives for 2014, we pledge to provide strong government and strong service to keep Union County moving forward. My first initiative will focus on new economic development projects that will contribute to the vitality of Union County. These projects will create over 150 new construction jobs this year and add to the economic impacts in their communities. These projects include the new family courthouse in Elizabeth that will open in 2015, the expansion and revision of facilities in Union County College in Cranford and Plainfield, and the expansion of the vocational technical schools, adding new classrooms, science labs, and athletic facilities. We will break ground on both the Union County College and VOTEC school projects later this year. Sustaining our economic growth, however, requires planning, because if we fail to plan, then we plan to fail. And the second initiative will be entitled Union County 2030 and addresses the necessity to develop a blueprint for the future. We're putting together a regional planning effort with groups such as the North Jersey Transportation Planning Authority, the Heldrick Center at Rutgers University, and many others. And I want to acknowledge my colleague Angel Estrada for his efforts as part of as our delegate to the NJTPA. And while we focus on creating jobs and developing plans and surveys dealing with sustainable development, transportation, economic competitiveness, we must continue to push for expansion of the Raritan Valley Midtown Direct Service, because that is a critical economic development component for Union County. We will also address post-Sandy planning by focusing on identifying and fixing storm vulnerabilities. With strategic planning in Union County, we will actually be stronger than the next storm. We have big plans in our parks for you for 2014. Our second initiative, Turf and Build, announces several new turf field installations, recreation improvements in Elizabeth, Rawway, and Roselle. Over the past several years, the county has enjoyed great success with turf field installations at Rizzuto Park, Snyder Avenue Field, Glenside Avenue Field, and Wheeler Park in Linden. Turf fields, a synthetic grass surface consisting of a mixture of rubber and sand underneath, allows for the playing fields to endure intense usage. They require less maintenance, they save money, manpower hours, and they are very safe for our children to play on. We've identified 4 new turf, track, and light projects that will be rolled in over the next few years, the first being Warnaco Park in Roselle, Matano Park in Elizabeth, and Madison Avenue and Rawway River Parks in Rawway. One of the larger parks projects is Warnaco Park. We'll break ground on it this fall. It will involve the reconstruction of the track and former stadium area that includes a field, lights, and a brand new track. Mayor Jamel Holly's in the front row, very happy about that. And we're also going to be doing a big project in Rawway as a partner with the city of Rawway. We're going to be doing a project which will include a football field, a grandstand, lighting, and a new track. I also want to bring up health. Along with increasing recreational opportunities, we will also be encouraging and rewarding healthy habits. My third initiative, Union County Knows How, Health, Opportunity, and Wellness, is aimed at increasing county health countywide. We will partner with Overlook Medical Center, which is developing its Healthy Neighbor, Healthy Neighborhood program. The hospital and county will engage in events that involve free health screenings, inoculations, information distribution. Overlook will also work with community leaders to identify local health needs and as part of their overall plan. We will also work to promote health awareness among our employees, which will not only improve their health, but also help us stabilize our insurance costs. The Department of Personnel will introduce an office weight loss program, conduct a wellness fair, and continue to offer biometric screenings. We will also be sending a letter to employees to ensure they get their annual physicals. I wanted to avoid a Marco Rubio moment. My fourth initiative will address the importance of social media and the internet in today's supercharged information nation. Internet technologies have fundamentally dismantled and reworked how governments distribute information. Social media is the #1 online activity, and there are more devices connected to the internet than there are people on the entire planet. In the past 5 years, we've redesigned our website and created the UC First Alert System, created a county Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube page to better inform our residents. The information nation continues to evolve, and my fourth initiative addresses the evolution in reaching our residents. We will soon complete a revamp of the webpage to allow residents to better navigate the site. We will also encourage webpage users to receive or subscribe for additional updates on county services. And today we have opened an Instagram account to increase social media awareness. As we speak, we are posting real-time pictures of our reorganization and will continue to post photos at events throughout the year and into the future. I'm also proud to announce that as part of this initiative, Union County will begin to offer free Wi-Fi service in some of our parks and county facilities this year. The cities of Chicago, New York, and San Francisco have all embarked on successful Wi-Fi programs. While most of these projects have some small cost component, our initial offerings will be free, but on a smaller, targeted basis with an eye towards expansion in the future. We are conducting an analysis and aim to offer service at the following locations in 2014. Wheeler Pool in Linden, Ehrlich Pool in Rawway River Park during the summer months, Warnaco Park Skating Rink, the County Clerk's Office in Westfield, Trailside Nature and Science Center in Mountainside, and possibly part of Nomahegan Park. We already offer free Wi-Fi at the Administration Building, Runnels Hospital, and Galloping Hill Clubhouse. Imagine surfing the web poolside at Wheeler Park during the summer, posting pictures of your child's skating lessons or hockey games at Warnaco Park, checking your email while you wait at the clerk's office, which we know we don't wait that long at the clerk's office, but just in case, and using your cell phone to do interactive exhibits at Trailside. There's so much more that we can do as we develop this new initiative and continue to bring residents the service they want and deserve. My fifth and final initiative addresses public safety. Overall, Union County residents have much to be proud of. The Star-Ledger yesterday reported that Union County led the state with the largest decrease in crime, a 12% drop in 2012. But Union County continues to be a leader in providing shared emergency services. This includes our fire mutual aid system. Last year, Union County Mutual Aid played a key role in putting out the Seaside Heights Boardwalk fire through use of the Neptune pumping system. And our shared services include the Police Dispatch Center, which continued to expand, saves tax dollars for the towns that use it. and our EMS service continues to grow, which fills the gaps and saves lives. But when it comes to public safety, there continues to be one issue that plagues New Jersey and threatens the safety of our country, and that is gun control. In Union County, the board has passed resolutions acknowledging an epidemic of gun violence and called on the reinstatement of the federal assault weapons ban. We have lobbied and pleaded to our congressional representatives, and they have failed to pass any meaningful reform. Just this past week, the Christie administration declined to defend two of New Jersey's toughest gun laws in a high-profile case decided Monday by the State Appeals Court. It's been 13 months since Newtown. 35,000 more Americans have died from guns, a staggering number of 90 or so a day. And here's another statistic that should shock you even if you're not a parent. 7,500 children go to the hospitals each year with gun wounds, and at least 500 are killed. In Union County, there were 22 homicides last year, and a majority of which involved gunfire. Union County residents are tired of waiting for meaningful reform. So is this board. The Freeholder Board does not have the ability to regulate firearms, but we do have the ability to do business only with responsible vendors of guns and ammunitions. And I'm announcing that Union County will become the second governmental agency in the nation to ask vendors who wish to sell guns to our county law enforcement agencies socially responsible questions on gun safety. And I wish to acknowledge Jersey City Mayor Steve Fulop, who has been a leader on this issue. Thank you, Mayor. As well as many other mayors from Union County. Jamel Holly's in the front row today, Colleen Marr, and many of the mayors in Union County have been outstanding leaders on this issue, as well as Sheriff Froelich, who had some very heartfelt remarks on that issue. Union County will ask the following questions. What do you do as a vendor to combat illegal gun trafficking and illegal gun crime? Do you sell assault weapons for civilian use? Do you agree not to sell certain models of firearms for civilian use? And do you fund research related to gun violence and smart gun technology? We need to hold those accountable who sell and manufacture weapons, and we need to transform the thinking of guns, and it starts today in Union County. As a complement to this, I am announcing that we will conduct another gun buyback program. Last July, more than 1,000 guns were collected in Elizabeth, Plainfield, and Linden. It was a successful buyback, and it was the most successful buyback throughout the state, run through the State Attorney General's office. We're striving to have an announcement of the 2014 buyback in time for summer. As you can see, it takes teamwork to provide strong leadership and strong service, and so I call on you to join together, my colleagues, our county workforce, residents, and our many partners and friends in this room today. A great change or improvement rarely comes as an individual effort. I thank you today for coming, and I wish you all a happy and joyous new year. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Christopher Hudak. It is my pleasure at this time to call upon Joseph Bodek on behalf of the Union County Democratic Committee, who will make a gift presentation to Freeholder Linda Carter, Freeholder Sergio Granados, Freeholder Betty Jane Kowalski, Sheriff Ralph G. Froelich, and Chairman Christopher Hudak.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Union County Democratic Party and Chairman Green, I'm here to make a presentation to our re-elected and elected officials and our new chairman. They've all worked very hard in this campaign, as we know. They've accomplished a lot, and I know they're going to turn that energy into accomplishing a lot for the citizens of Union County during 2014. So at this time, I'd like to call up Freeholder Carter. Congratulations on your election. And on behalf of Chairman Green, that's a presentation for your service as chairman this past year.
I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Chairwoman, I'm sorry, Freeholder Betty Jane Kowalski. Congratulations. Freeholder Sergio Granados. Sheriff Ralph Froelich. Ralph and I go back a long time. I think I worked on his first campaign for council in the city of Elizabeth. A long time ago. The headquarters on Elizabeth Avenue in Elizabeth. And our new chairman and a great friend of mine in the city of Linden. He's worked hard, and I know he's going to put all that energy into making this a very successful year for the Board of Freeholders, Christopher Hudak. Chris?
At this time, it's my pleasure to call upon Councilman Frank J. Cuesta, Chairman of the Elizabeth Democratic Committee, who will make a gift presentation to Freeholder Sergio Granados.
Thank you. Chairman Green, distinguished elected officials, good afternoon and Happy New Year. It's really a pleasure for me to be here to present this small token of our appreciation to Sergio for all the work he has done, but more importantly, for all the work that we know he will do in the future. We are so very proud of him in Elizabeth, and it's really an honor for me to present a small gift to him today.
It is my pleasure to call upon Lenore Scurry, Executive Board Member and Vice President of the Women's Political Caucus, and Dr. Michelle Bertrito, former President of the Women's Political Caucus and Democratic State Committeeman, will make a presentation to Linda Carter and Freeholder Betty Jane Kowalski.
Good afternoon, Chairman Green, and to elected officials. I'm proud to present two gifts to B.J. Kowalski and to Linda Carter, and on behalf of the Union County Women's Political Caucus. That's what I represent, and we are the oldest organization in the state of New Jersey. Ready, Jim?
At this time, I would like to call upon Pastor Kelmo Porter, Jr. of St. John's Baptist Church in Scotch Plains, New Jersey, to deliver today's benediction. Will everyone please stand?
Before you stand, would you sit down for a minute? Just for a minute, okay? I said I wasn't coming here this year because I'm an old man now, Marabella and these guys over here. They called me up on the telephone and say, "You'll be there Sunday." Now, not too many people make me leave my fried chicken home. I go right from church and go home and eat my fried chicken and collard greens. So you know I'm hungry. Me and the former mayor of our city, who's it back there? What's that guy's name? Come to church every Sunday. Former mayor. Where the former mayor, Scott Plain, came with me? Yeah, there is. Yeah, stand up, Mayor. He used to be, before a lot of y'all came here, 30, 40 years ago, we were coming here. God bless. You know, we've been crying a lot, so just let me just take 1 minute to tell you something. Once there was a Baptist preacher, a Catholic priest, and a rabbi sitting down for lunch. And they began to ask questions. They said, Rabbi said to the other preachers, why are these Baptist preachers driving Mercedes when we only drive in Chevrolets? And the other guy said, well, let's ask him. He said, well, when we take offering, the Catholic priest said, we make a big circle. We take all the money we got, throw it in that circle. Everything that falls in the circle we give to God, and everything that falls outside the circle we keep. The other priest said that, the rabbi said, that sounds something like we do. You know, we just draw a line. We throw all the money on there, and all the money go on the other side of the line, God gets, and we keep the rest. Well, the Baptist preacher, that's me. They say, I'll tell you what we do. We put all the money in the basket. Boy, we try to fill the basket up. I get two strong men and say, we throw all the money up to God. Say, God, you take what you want, we'll keep the rest. So that's what we're doing today. We're keeping the rest. Let us all stand now for his benediction. Father God, we thank thee for the fellowship of this day. We thank you for all of the freeholders who have been elected or re-elected, and help them to put the people of our county above and beyond themselves. Make Union County a better county than it has ever been. We pray now that you take us to our homes, bless us, bless our families, that they may be able to give these who are elected every effort and every joy to serve the people of our county. We ask these blessings in your name. Let everybody say, amen. Amen. God bless. Go home. You can go home now.
That concludes today's invocation ceremonies. We're having a brief recess.